while the Hernandez brothers put on a show. What's up, everybody? I'm Jim Rodriguez, and welcome to the Monday here on Dodgers Latest. The NLDS continues tonight in Philadelphia, Game 2 between the Phillies and the Dodgers at the bank. And man, what did we take away from that wild Game 1 Saturday night on the south side of Philadelphia? For the Dodgers, well, they may have exercised some demons, and we'll get into that. But first, a reminder, right there, J-Rod Show on Instagram and on X. That's the way you can always get a hold of me. And, of course, we love reading your comments. We'll talk about them here on the show. Keep hitting that like button, share, subscribe, thumbs up all the way as we continue to grow, as we take you through this postseason here on Dodgers Latest. Yeah, the Dodgers had lost coming into this game. They had never won a playoff game in Citizens Bank Park. They were 0-5, and they hadn't won a game in Philadelphia since Game 2 of the 1978 National League Championship Series, right? That's a long time. 7 straight losses in the playoffs in the city of Philadelphia, and the Dodgers got off the floor thanks to Teoscar Hernandez's 3-run home run to win it. 5-3, made a winner out of Ohtani, and kind of stunned the Philadelphia crowd. And for the Dodgers, I guess it's one of those things where Teoscar really did go from zero to hero. Listen, we appreciate, and I appreciate what he's done offensively. That's his 3rd home run already in this postseason. They've played 3 games, and Teoscar has already got 3 homers this postseason. Was a big factor last year and then winning the World Series. But his defense, his route running in the outfield is terrible. And he took a bad route on that JT Realmuto double. Really helped it turn into a triple. Not the first time we've seen Teoscar unable to get to a ball. Again, I'll agree with Dave Roberts that I will argue that it wasn't an effort thing. I don't think Teoscar said, "Wow, whatever, I don't care." I don't think it's that. I just don't know if he's got the athletic acumen to get to these balls anymore. So what do you do? I mean, does he play left field? Do you put him as a DH and you put Ohtani out in the outfield? I don't know, but Teoscar he already cost the Dodgers 2 runs in the postseason by dropping a fly ball. He got them back with home runs, and he did it again, and he got them back hitting that big 3-run home run in the 7th inning to give the Dodgers to win. Now, there was some talk that maybe the Dodgers were sort of signaling Teoscar Hernandez. Dodgers were kind of stealing signs a little bit. Maybe, Andy Pages' arm was stretched out before some pitches from Matt Strahm. Either way, the Dodgers got out of Philadelphia with an important Game 1, stealing Game 1, and now have a chance with one of their best pitchers on the mound in Blake Snell to come back to Los Angeles up 2-0 with a stranglehold in this best-of-5 series. So Teoscar did it again. I think I tell you what, if he hadn't hit that home run, man, we'd still be grilling Teoscar over that route he took in the outfield. Maybe he needs to take a little extra time out there running balls out, trying to figure out the caroms and the cut of the grass to try to field ground balls. Because, I mean, I've seen it in person and I've seen it on television. Teoscar is not running some outfield, and I don't know if he's just starting to settle in his DH role, but that's not a role that you're going to find with the Dodgers. But good on Teoscar. And then the other Hernandez brother is Kiké Hernandez. Did it again, right? Had a big 2-run double that kind of opened the floodgates. It knocked Christopher Sanchez out of the game. And playoff Kiké is amazing. Yeah, those are Kiké Hernandez's playoff numbers. 285, 15 homers, 38 RBIs for a career. Those are better than Aaron Judge's numbers. He's hitting .417 in the playoffs so far this year. He's 5 for 12. 3 RBIs, 3 runs scored. Remember, he had a 3-home run game against the Cubs for the Dodgers in the National League Championship Series, in the series clincher for the Dodgers. It got him to the World Series in 2017. He had 5 home runs in a postseason for the Red Sox in 2021. There is just something about playoff Kiké. And, and it's funny. It's such a great story because, again, the Dodgers had all but pretty much lost confidence in Kiké Hernandez this year. He was hitting sub-200, was benched, got hurt. And he even tells a story about he was either going to ask for a trade or quit. But he stuck with it. And he said, the best part about playing well now is having gone through that. And for some reason, there are guys that just shine in this postseason. They lock in, they zero in, they're able to find a way to get those big hits. And Kiké, time in and time again, has done it. And so far, he's played some third base, he's played some left field. Can he play right field? Maybe that's something to look into Kiké about. But a marvelous postseason continues for Kiké Hernandez. 5 for 12 with 3 RBIs and 3 runs. We'll probably see him tonight against the left-hander Jesus Luzardo as Kiké's postseason run continues. And for Shohei Ohtani, they made a winner out of him, right? Listen, you'll take this every night. 6 innings, 3 runs, 9 Ks in game 1. It really had one bad inning, and that was that second inning where the Phillies got the 3 runs thanks to Teoscar Hernandez misplaying the ball. But for Shohei, he became the first player in a postseason to start a game as a pitcher and start in a position role. He has just been absolutely fabulous, got the win, and it's the first time that I've seen sort of Shohei be human, because with the bat he was terrible. He was 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts and a walk, and somebody told me, hey, that's what pitchers do, right? They strike out 4 times as a hitter, but they go out and pitch brilliantly, and that's what he did. And it was the first time he talked about there being some nerves, and they're talking about just trying to settle in. And of course the Philadelphia fans, they know how to get you, right? But for Shohei, he looked great. 9 strikeouts in the game, absolutely was keeping the Philly hitters off balance. And what they've done to Schwarber and Harper, I think, was telling as well. They went 1 for 8 with 5 strikeouts in the series. Schwarber now is 3 for 23 against the Dodgers this year, and Harper is 6 for 23. So they've been able to sort of calm them down a little bit. I think that's why they were able to win that game. And for the Dodgers, that's 8 straight wins now. The 3 games in the postseason. Of course, they've won 5 straight to end the regular season. 18 of the last 23 games have been wins for the Dodgers. And it's all about, we've always talked about how the wild card teams have a low-key advantage because they're playing so well coming into the playoffs. Well, the Dodgers, even though they were a division champion, had to play in the wild card round. Playing that well toward the end of the season, I think, has helped them to sweep the Reds and take Game 1 in Philadelphia, snap that bugaboo of 7 straight losses in the city of Philadelphia in the postseason. And for the Dodgers, it's Game 2 tonight. And it'll be an interesting matchup. It's going to be Blake Snell against Jesus Luzardo. For Snell, he's been brilliant. 3 earned runs in his last 26 innings pitched. He pitched Game 1 against the Reds of the wild card round. 7 innings, 2 earned runs, 9 Ks. And that really, that stat line doesn't do it justice. He was much more dominant than that. The 3 earned runs in 26 innings pitched. He did pitch against the Phillies and beat them back on September 17th. He pitched 7 scoreless innings against the Phillies with 12 strikeouts. That was a season high for him. And he beat Jesus Luzardo in that game. Luzardo didn't pitch all that poorly in that game. He went 7 innings, gave up 4 earned runs, 6 Ks, 2 home runs, gave them up to Freeman and Ohtani. He did beat the Dodgers back in April 4th, where he pitched 7 scoreless innings, 2 hits and 6 strikeouts. So Luzardo, who is in his 3rd playoff with his 3rd different team, the A's, the Marlins, and now the Phillies, hasn't pitched all that great in the playoffs, 0-2 ERA of 6.14, but he was a 15-game winner, this lefty, for the Phillies, and was at one point one of their best pitchers, and they just keep throwing lefties at you, Sanchez and Luzardo. So we'll see how the Miami native fares tonight against the Dodgers. He's pitched well and he pitched poorly against them. We'll see what the Dodgers can do at him today. It'll be interesting what the lineup looks like. Will we see Will Smith? We saw him come in as a pinch hitter, and he ended up catching the rest of the game. Has he been healed up enough where he can start and play? I think we might see Will Smith tonight. Lineup changes. I think we'll see Luzardo on the mound, so that means Kiké Hernandez will probably play third base tonight. I'll give Max Muncy the night off, and of course, obviously, Max will be available from a pinch hitter perspective. And if you're thinking about who hits Luzardo well, Freddie Freeman, who hit a home run off of him back in September, 364 batting average against Luzardo in his career. Teoscar Hernandez also hits Luzardo very well. So it'll be an interesting matchup. Dodgers, I think, feel like, hey, they did what they wanted to accomplish, right? They went into Philadelphia, got a game, got the win, assured themselves to have home field advantage, that they've wrestled it back because essentially 3 of the next 4 would be at Dodger Stadium. or two of the next 4 games would be, two of the next 3 games, pardon me, 2 of the next 3 games would be at Dodger Stadium. Dodgers have assured themselves of coming back to Dodger Stadium with no less than the series being a split, and that ways the Dodgers would then have the home field advantage with 2 of the next 3 would be played at Dodger Stadium. So it'll be Snell tonight. Yamamoto will pitch Wednesday at Dodger Stadium. That we know for sure. Thursday, is it a Kershaw day? Do you bring Tyler Glasnow back, who pitched in relief in Game 1? I think it might be one of those where it's Glasnow and Kershaw, or maybe Kershaw and Glasnow. I think that will be the situation, although, hey, the way the Dodgers have been playing, maybe Thursday won't be an option. Remember, that game is still, if necessary, Dodgers trying to take a stranglehold and take a 2-0 series lead behind Blake Snell tonight. Should be an interesting lineup indeed. So we're ready to go. It's Game 2, the Dodgers and the Phillies. Cubs and Brewers also play their Game 2 tonight. Obviously, the winner of the Dodgers and Phillies will take on the Brewers and the Cubs, with the Brewers having the home field advantage. Dodgers would have the home field advantage if they should happen to play the Cubs. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Remember, you can always hit me up on J-Rod Show on X and Instagram. And, of course, hit me up right here at Dodgers Latest on our comment page as we read all those comments and get ready for tonight's Game 2. Snell and Luzardo, couple of lefties. Dodgers trying to quiet that South Philly crowd and take a commanding 2-0 series lead in this best-of-5. I'm Jim Rodriguez. Off day tomorrow. Game 3 on Wednesday. And remember, it's always time for playoff Dodger baseball.